Sprinkles if you got them. Jack's Donuts. Find a location near you. Now.
This is the Frells family's land. When the sun comes out, the kids run and play right there. This used to be a shed. Now, it's where they get breakfast. This is more than just land. It's home. The Frells family runs with us on a John Deere 1 Series tractor. This land isn't the only thing that should live on for generations. Nothing runs like a Deere. Search John Deere 1 Series for more.
Visit Reynolds Farm Equipment, your hometown John Deere dealer today at reynoldsfarmequipment.com.
You're good at making big announcements. We're good at your insurance.
Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, online, over the phone, or in person, and stop knocking on wood.
From warehousing to transportation and everything in between, Piper Logistics does it all. Centrally located, Piper Logistics has 2 warehouses in Indianapolis and a warehouse in Cincinnati, Ohio. Piper Logistics houses over 1 million square feet. Along with our transportation department, we can provide service to half the United States markets.
Craving comfort fresh food made from scratch daily? Check out Aspen Creek Grill. Located across from Hamilton Town Center and beside the Holiday Inn, we offer family farm-raised premium Black Agnes steaks hand-cut daily, creamy pastas, salmon chicken, and fall-off-the-bone ribs. Start with our famous powwow shrimp appetizer and don't miss our refreshing drinks. Family-friendly or a great night out with friends. Aspen Creek Grill. Aspen Creek Grill, Noblesville. Call 317-559-3300.
Burtner Electric Incorporated has been proudly serving our residential and commercial customers with quality electrical repair for over 33 years. We are fully licensed and insured in electrical wiring and electrician service packages. You'll receive a competitive assessment whether you're a homeowner or a business owner, first-time or long-time customer. We offer free estimates for any new project. Call our licensed and experienced electricians today.
All I ever wanted was to feel loved. He said he loved me. My friends told me it wasn't a big deal. They thought he was so cool, but they didn't know what he wanted me to do.
All I ever wanted was to feel loved. You have no idea the kind of pressure I felt to take things to the next level. Things were moving so fast. I was basically the only person in the freshman class who hadn't done it yet. So, we did.
I loved him.
I thought she loved me.
My health class had CPR at school. I stayed after class to talk with the instructor about it. They showed me that it didn't have to be that way.
They showed me that I get to make my own choices.
There is another way.
That's the best thing CPR gives you. Another way. A better way.
A healthy way. Sometimes you don't see it because you're in your own world, but they don't make you feel bad. They talk to you like a real person, and they save kids from really unhealthy decisions. They tell the truth, and they know what they're talking about. So yeah, my life was different. I started to choose the better way.
I honestly don't know where I'd be or what I'd be doing had it not been for CPR.
You want a career that creates experiences that are impossible to forget. By studying sports and events at IUPUI, you'll get hands-on experience in and out of the classroom. And with Indy as your classroom, there are high-profile events, sports franchises, hotels, museums, and large organizations across the city to engage, educate, and enlighten your student journey before you graduate. There isn't a better city than Indianapolis to get the experience you need to prepare you to handle any event, big or small. It all starts here.
High school sports fans, welcome back to Game Time, to pure spirits, to pure sports. Welcome back to high school sports.
Fans, I'm IHSAA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and I just want to say, welcome back.
This is Game Time. This is Indiana high school sports. This is your IHSAA.
You want a career that will transform your life while you change the lives of others by helping them live well. With a health or exercise sciences degree from IUPUI School of Health and Human Sciences, you will gain an in-depth understanding of the healthcare industry while preparing you for a variety of graduate and professional programs in health. And with Indy as your classroom, you will have clinical options within leading hospitals right in our backyard, as well as a degree from Indiana University, reputable leaders in the healthcare industry. It all starts here.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
After the Marine Corps, I was diagnosed with PTSD and became homeless for 15 years. Like a hermit living on the street, I just existed.
Sprinkles if you got them. Jack's Donuts, find a location near you, now.
Hey conductor, how about something new? You played this last year.
Come on, get your head out of your sacks.
We're trying to hear. Well, I'm sick and tired of hearing your kid play the wrong notes. Where's my kid solo?
At least you can see your kid. Why is my kid stuck way in the back?
The conductor only plays his favorites.
My kid heard that solo!
You saying I did?
IndianaSRN is on the air. Live from Rockville, Indiana, we're happy to bring you exciting IHSAA boys basketball as the Parke Heritage Wolves host the Greenwood Christian Academy Cougars. Tonight's game is sponsored by IUPUI School of Health and Human Sciences. Begin your journey today. Morales Group, building better futures one story at a time. Bertner Electric, serving greater Indianapolis and the surrounding counties. Piper Logistics, from warehousing to transportation, we do it all. And Reynolds Farm Equipment, serving our customers and community since 1955. For producer Ben Wood, cameraman Chuck Levine, my partner Jarrett Lewis, this is Clark Chafin. Welcome to Parke Heritage. What a cool place to be at, Jared, and it's Thanksgiving week. It's special for many reasons, but it's the start of high school boys basketball, and it certainly has to be one of those special reasons to celebrate this week. What comes to mind, Jared, as this kind of time of the season happens?
Well, I'm thankful for a lot of stuff, Clark. That's first and foremost. I'm thankful for a very, like you said, tremendous venue to host Indiana high school basketball. They, you know what they say in 49 other states. It's just a game, but this is Indiana, so this is super special. This is the elementary gym actually, and it actually holds more people than the high school gym. So it's just a tremendous venue, super cool court, the background. It's packed out also as well, and us here at SRN, we're excited to start off the basketball season, another thing that we're very thankful for.
Yeah, and both teams, first game of the year, you got a nice crowd. The community shows out here for the Parke Heritage Wolves. The Greenwood Christian fan base is just to our right, and they've certainly traveled well. It's Thanksgiving time, so a lot of college students are back home for Thanksgiving and made the trip as well. Both of these teams, I think, Jared, very optimistic and anxious and excited and eager to get things going. Let's take a look at the home team, Parke Heritage Wolves. They're in their 5th year of existence. It's a consolidation of Turkey Run and Rockville. They're coached by Rick Shelsky. Rich is the 7th year total, has a 93-63 record. His 5th year here at Parke Heritage, he's 74-33. No, Jared, 2020, 2021 state runners up. Last year was 16-10. But talking to Coach Shelsky this week, he's got a young ball club. And he really had to maximize kind of everything that they could do off season to kind of get them caught up and get them up to speed.
And we learned that this is a team that doesn't have any football players on it as well. So they were able to get a good amount of practice in, working out during that football season in preparation for this basketball year. And like you said, a very young team, but some guys that are some playmakers, including Coach Shelsky's kid, Trey, who's just a freshman. And if we were to guess just by looking at him out on the court warming up, I would have guessed at least a junior. This kid looks like the complete package. He can shoot, he can drive, he can play defense. He's going to be a tremendous X factor. And like we said, just a freshman, he could have a huge impact on this season for this very young ball club.
Greenwood Christian Academy is coached by Jackson Williams. He's in his 2nd season. Last year, he had to be very optimistic heading into this season. Last year they were 17-10. They lost in the sectional championship to Indy Lutheran only by 7 points. And Jarrett, they return a lot of key pieces, which can also help offensively, defensively, but also with leadership heading into tonight's game.
Yeah, Coach Williams, who's a little bit in a different scenario. He's a younger coach. This is just his 2nd year as opposed to Coach Shelsky, who's in his 5th. So he's still kind of getting used to being a head coach at the varsity level and with a very good and experienced team, though. So you like that, to have that balance. Blake Shoemaker is a tremendous talent. He's 6'3". He could pose as a real threat to Parke Heritage. They don't present any sort of size. So, and Shoemaker, he can really stretch the floor, too. He can play inside, down low, and he can shoot from beyond the arc. So watch out for Shoemaker and his ability to cause havoc and create a mismatch for Parke Heritage.
Well, we're looking forward to bringing this matchup to you. This is the first meeting between these two teams, and they've never faced each other. We'll come back. We'll talk about some of the players, get Jared's keys to the game, and talk a little bit more about high school basketball and this awesome gym that we're in. You're watching IndianaSRN. Welcome back to Rockville, Indiana. Rockville Elementary School is going to host this game between the Parke Heritage Wolves and the Greenwood Christian Academy Cougars. Let's take a look at some of the players in tonight's matchup. Jarrett, leading scorers for Parke Heritage Wolves last year was Ren Harper, returning the leading scorer. Harper's a 5'10 sophomore. Last year he averaged 8.4 points per game, and he started every game as a freshman, so that's someone that Coach Shelsky is going to rely on. Also, number 22, B.T. Luce, is a 5'10 sophomore. He averaged 3.7 points per game last year. And as you touched on, Trey Shelsky, his first varsity game tonight, looks pretty impressive out there in warm-ups. What can you tell us a little bit more about the Parke Heritage Wolves team members?
Yeah, well, all three of those guys you just mentioned, underclassmen, freshmen and sophomores. So this team is only going to get better over the years to come. We're going to be extremely fun to watch. The rest of the starting lineup is a junior in Max Dowd and a senior in Adam Carrington. Again, a very small team, a lot of guards. We'll watch out for what type of defense this team ends up playing with. If they want to go with a 2-3 zone, try to keep those younger guys who are faster, quicker on their feet, keep them active, try to get some deflections that turn into steals, that turn into points. I expect this team could end up trying to play a faster game, whether it's offensively or defensively, trying to create those steals that turn into fast break buckets.
Well, if we look at Greenwood Christian Academy, last year, a veteran ball club, right? You have, as you touched on, Blake Shoemaker, a 6'4 senior, someone that led them last year in scoring and in a lot of different categories. You've got Max Boer, number 23. He's a 6'1 junior who likes to stretch, the defense with his deep range shooting. And you got point guard number 12, Ian Reed, who's a 5'11 senior. Kind of a different comparisons of squads when you talk about youth and inexperience versus a team that's been around a while in a veteran ball club.
Yeah, and this ball club, too, they've played a lot of basketball together, of course. So with that experience that they bring for Coach Williams, they know each other dating back to last year, which was a good season for them. They finished 17-10. They end up losing to Lutheran, a very solid ball club in the sectional championship game. This Greenwood Christian team can score the basketball, too. They're returning most of the guys, like you said, and they averaged 55.5 points per contest last season. They can score from just about anywhere. They can shoot the three. They can drive. I'm expecting a very fast-paced and exciting game to start off the 2022 season.
Oh, it's such a fun environment, and certainly just with basketball being back in general, both boys and girls, you can feel it in the atmosphere. The crowds coming in, the student sections filling up. It'll be a nice. I think both teams, as you mentioned, Jarrett, will probably play a little bit of the similar style, both on the perimeter, and try to get to the basket and get to some easy shots. We'll come back and introduce you to the starters and get you set for Indiana High School basketball here on IndianaSRN.
From warehousing to transportation and everything in between, Piper Logistics does it all. Centrally located, Piper Logistics has 2 warehouses in Indianapolis and a warehouse in Cincinnati, Ohio. Piper Logistics houses over 1 million square feet. Along with our transportation department, we can provide service to half the United States markets.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
You want a career that creates experiences that are impossible to forget. By studying sports and events at IUPUI, you'll get hands-on experience in and out of the classroom. And with Indy as your classroom, there are high-profile events, sports franchises, hotels, museums, and large organizations across the city to engage, educate, and enlighten your student journey before you graduate. There isn't a better city than Indianapolis to get the experience you need to prepare you to handle any event, big or small. It all starts here.
This is the Frells family's land. When the sun comes out, the kids run and play right there. This used to be a shed. Now, it's where they get breakfast. This is more than just land. It's home. The Frells family runs with us on a John Deere 1 Series tractor. His land isn't the only thing that should live on for generations. Nothing runs like a Deere. Search John Deere 1 Series for more.
Visit Reynolds Farm Equipment, your hometown John Deere dealer today at ReynoldsFarmEquipment.com.
At Morales Group Staffing, we are all about building better futures. And during these times, we are working hard to put people to work. We are now hiring for hundreds of jobs with pay up to $17 an hour. Visit our website at moralesgroup.net or text JOBS, JOBS, to 317-472-7600 to apply now and get hired today.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
And the lights are out, but not for us here at IndianaSRN. We're proud to bring you this exciting action of Parke Heritage Wolves and the Greenwood Christian Academy Cougars. This broadcast is copyrighted by the IndianaSRN and the Indiana High School Athletic Association for the private use of our audience. The use of pictures, videos, and audios without the express written permission of the IHSAA is prohibited. Let's take a look at some of the starting lineups. First, we'll look at Greenwood Christian Academy. They'll start this way. At a guard, number 12, Ian Reed. Reed, a 5'11 senior. Another guard, number 21, Noah Reed. Reed, a 5'11 sophomore. A third guard, number 23, Max Boer. Boer is a 6'1 junior. At forward, number 30, a 6'3 senior, Parker Satry. And the man in the middle, although he may not probably play inside the entire time, is number 34, Blake Shoemaker. Shoemaker is a 6'4 senior. As the Parke Heritage Wolves are being introduced, let's tell you their starting lineup. We'll start with number 3, Max Dowd. Dowd's a 5'10 junior. Number 10, Adam Carrington. Carrington's a 6'2 senior. Carrington averaging 1.5 points per game last year. Number 21, Ren Harper's a 5'10 sophomore. Number 22, BT Luce is a 5'10 sophomore. And number 23, 5'10 freshman, Trey Shelsky. And we are underway as Greenwood Christian in the Navy Blues controls the tip. Parke Heritage in the man-to-man defense as we get started. GCA working the ball around the perimeter. Boer driving down the lane, puts up a tough shot and scores.
Boy, that is tough. I mean, Boer took all of that contact, tremendous body control, and right off the bat, right at the get-go, there's the coach's kid, Shelsky.
Go ahead, Jared. That replay, as you said, by Boer there, taking it, had a little contact. Maybe could have got an and one, but finished strong. What you want to see from a junior. And the other end, Trey Shelsky to the line as he draws the foul. First free throw up and good.
And also in the pregame, Clark, we mentioned Parke Heritage may want to get up and run, get down the floor, and Shelsky out of the made bucket is already looking for the ball, and he's across half court in about a second.
Good hesitation move, got him to the free throw line. Parke Heritage added a little full court pressure, and again, one of the keys Jared had mentioned in pregame is utilizing that speed. As Ian Reed across half court to Boer on the left-hand side. Swing the ball around to Shoemaker, over to Reed in the corner. Satry up top, over to Reed. Shoemaker gets a ball screen, goes to the right, cut off nicely. But Shoemaker, nice patience, able to finish at the rim with the reverse.
Just moves so well for a guy who's 6'3". We talked about he's going to be able to stretch the floor as Parke Heritage is relentless at getting to the rack. They've already drawn 2 fouls down low, so that could be something to talk about. With Shoemaker and Boer, who are going to be forced to play more towards the bucket, you go and attack those guys, and you could take off the 2 tallest players on the floor.
Well, if Shoemaker gets in foul trouble, that would be big, although that foul was on Boer. That's his first foul. The free throw good by Adam Carrington. 3 for 3 so far for the Wolves. The announcer's kiss works. Sorry, Parke Heritage. It's 3-4 as Noah Reed brings it across the timeline. Drive, cut off nicely by Parke Heritage. Shoemaker from the right side. Loses it out of bounds, just a little out of control, maybe. Turnover result in the Parke Heritage ball. Greenwood Christian in the man-to-man defense. Noah Reed guarding the ball as Carrington over to Luce. Patience here on offense by the Wolves. They get it down to Carrington. And they'll reset. Luce looking left, looking right, and they're going to call him for a, looks like maybe a moving screen. Yeah, an offensive foul there. First foul on Parke Heritage.
Pretty good ball movement too, although the defensive GCA right on top of things.
Kind of different, Jarrett, than what we saw the first two possessions. Kind of quick hitters going to the basket. And that time they were a little more diligent in trying to get something on their offensive flow. Shoemaker holds it up top, over to Noah Reed, over to Boer. He likes that shot. Long and off, no good, but Shoemaker clears for the rebound, and they clear to Noah Reed.
And Shoemaker's only 6'3", like we said, but for Parke Heritage, right now being guarded by Harper, and he's got at least an inch, maybe two on him.
Drive and kick. Reed in the corner for three, no good. Shelsky clears the rebound. And here come the Wolves on the attack. Shelsky size it up, three ball short. Big rebound by Ren Harper, he clears. Three on the way, long, battle for it. Noah Reed comes away with the loose ball, pushes it ahead to Boer. He goes into the contact, and they're going to call block or charge.
Looks like a charge. The referee towards midcourt.
Well, I thought he was there in time, but I didn't know if he would be too far underneath the basket. Shelsky took the charge. And Max Boer, that's going to be his second foul. He'll have to sit for quite a while, I would imagine, Jarrett.
Yeah, most of the whole first quarter and probably a good chunk of the second. But those referees kind of waited a little bit. One of them wanted the other one to make the call.
Here comes Parke Heritage on the offensive attack. Max Dowd. Back cut, Shelsky loses control, battle for it. Well, both teams playing hard. We've seen multiple times where kids are diving on the floor. That's just good, hard basketball for both teams.
Yeah, Shelsky, and I think he had Noah Reed on him that time. So two youngsters fighting extremely hard. Shelsky's trying to get open, trying to run the backdoor cut. But it's really good defense from GCA here in the early going.
Yeah, kind of had some early points and a little offensive flow, but the last couple possessions have resulted in some turnovers for both teams as here comes the Cougars. Noah Reed, a new man into the game, is number 14, Evan McIntyre. And then McIntyre will shoot a three and drill it. Evan McIntyre off the bench. He doesn't need to work up a lather.
Well, they probably, as Parke, good cut. But going back to that GCA possession, they probably don't have a scouting report on McIntyre. And he's left open for the three after Shoemaker drove in.
Scramble for the ball against both teams hustling. Noah Reed couldn't get it. Battle for it. Comes away. Stolen by Ian Reed. McIntyre thought about it.
But yeah, slow it down, I think, if you're the Cougars here. I mean, that was getting feisty for both sides.
Ian Reed for three. Off, no. Battle for it. They're going to Noah Reed for the foul.
Yeah, so here's Shoemaker. You have to help. You have to bring the help side defense because he's their guy. And he can drive it in even with that big frame. So who knows how much Parke Heritage actually knows about McIntyre, but a huge three, his first touch, and he sinks it.
And at a time where they hadn't had a basket since the second possession, pretty big basket there by McIntyre. Parke Heritage with the ball as they work it around the perimeter. BT loose, looks for a cutting Shelsky. Picks up his dribble. Ren Harper's has it, drives down the middle, nice jump stop. Loose ball. And taken out of there by Ian Reed.
Man, Reed he's scrappy.
Corner three from McIntyre, in and out. And the Wolves run the pack down the floor. Shelsky drives and is going to draw a foul. Also checking in the game is Jordan Tallman, a 5'10 junior. Shelsky will go to the line where he's 2 for 2, Jarrett.
Luckily for Shoemaker, it's just his first foul, but as from what we've seen so far, this appears to be the strategy for Parke Heritage. They move so well offensively, first of all, and they have so many guys who can attack the rim. Shelsky's already gone to the rack 3 or 4 times, and here's another trip to the free throw line for him. But this Wolves team is going to be relentless, I think, going to the bucket.
And you can tell he's a coach's son just by the way he's able to initiate contact when he's in the paint. Very smart player, and again, just for his first varsity experience, as Ian Ring brings it up against a little full court pressure by Carrington. And Satry will set up the offense. McIntyre fakes the 3, drives. Left-hand scoop shot's good. Evan McIntyre, 5 quick points off the bench. He gives the lead, or puts the lead back up to 4. Here's a drive by the Wolves. And BT Luce is going to draw the foul again, earning free throws. That's
been the entire scoring so far. They're 5 of 6. Every single one of these players on the floor for Parke Heritage can drive it in there. 16 fouls, Clark. We've barely played 5 minutes.
16 fouls to 1. BT Luce can't hit the first free throw. Referees tonight, Bill Jones, James Chadwick, Kevin Kirsch. Thank you, gentlemen, for putting on the stripes. It's not an easy job, so much appreciated. As Luce fires the second one, it's long, but he's able to get his own rebound, go right back up with it, off the back iron, and good.
He misses both of his free throws, but he makes up for it with an offensive board and the putback.
Jarrett, your grandpa would be proud because he followed his shot.
That's their favorite line from the bleachers, isn't it?
Follow your shot. Shoemaker in the post. Outside Reed for 3. Got it.
Finally got one, too.
Ian Reed. That's the second 3. Loose from the opposite side. No. Good hustle by Carrington. We see Shoemaker drive and kick. Boy, you become I'd love to see shooting numbers when the ball is passed like off an offensive rebound or from the post area and from the paint out to a three-point shooter. It's very impressive how much better the percentages are of a shooter making.
Right, the defense has to collapse on whoever it is that's driving in. And finally, GCA got one to go down for a starter. McIntyre had the first one off the bench.
Shoemaker cut off nicely by Ren Harper. Drive down the line is Noah Reed. He lost the ball. Shelsky drives. They're going to call that one on the floor, but it'd be a 1-and-1 opportunity, and Shelsky should be able to go to the line. Yep, Shelsky will earn free throws where he's 4 for 4.
I tell you what, 6 minutes gone by. Shelsky's going to shoot more free throws, but I mean, Shelsky is one of the most explosive freshman I've ever seen, and we've only seen him play for 6 minutes.
Well, he's physically strong, and he does a nice job of creating contact, but also changing his speeds as he misses the first one. Again, sorry, Rich, didn't mean to do that to Trey, but ball goes out of bounds. Parke Heritage will have it. Harper has it outside to Shelsky. We'll get a ball screen. And they'll reset. Ethan Tidwell's checked in for Parke Heritage. BT Luce to Harper to Shelsky for 3. Got it.
Don't leave him open.
Trey Shelsky, 7 points. A tray for Trey. And they say he was over the line on the inbounds pass.
There was so much congestion. 2 guys actually flashed at Lucy up at the top of the key, and that's the last guy on the floor that you want to leave open is Shelsky. He missed his first attempt, but you give him one from the wing. with that much time to rise up, he's going to sink it every time.
Caught that one in rhythm, didn't he? And that's, when you have a shooter and makes a few free throws, see the ball go in the basket, that's going to grow that confidence. As Parke Heritage has a chance to tie or take the lead. Here's Shelsky on the wing. He's swinging around to Luce. Shelsky up top, thought about it, drives, pulls up from 17. Off, no, and McIntyre pulls down the rebound, and they're going to call a foul on BT Luce, trying going after the ball.
This has been a hard-fought first quarter. This does not look like the first game of the season either, Clark. I mean, just watching the way especially Shelsky plays and his motor, I'm wondering if he'll even ever come off the floor. Him and guys like Ian Reed on the other side for GCA just play with such high motors.
Well, you got to know these kids are just itching to play someone else. As McIntyre hits another three, Evan McIntyre, 8 points off the bench. And there he cuts off the drive. Ren Harper, the corner. Kick it out to Shelsky, head fake. Luce thought about it. And he's swinging around the perimeter. Tidwell to Luce. And with traveling violation there on Ren Harper. As we see this last play, Jared, here is a ball in the middle, as we talked about.
That's where you got to get it. You go up against the zone defense. You get it to that high post right at the free throw line area. And McIntyre's just patiently waiting.
Yeah, one possession there where Parke Heritage changed up their defense from man-to-man to a little 1-3-1. And, a veteran ball club, they've seen that before. It may be something different if it's a younger team. And as a turnover gets to Ian Reed, they throw it out of bounds. They can't connect there with Jordan Tallmo, and it's a turnover. 8 seconds left. Here comes Shelsky down the court. Drives all the way, in and out, no good. Long heave by Noah Reed. Just off. And an exciting first quarter. GCA leads Parke Heritage 15-10 on IndianaSRN.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
Well, welcome back to Rockville, Indiana. Parke Heritage and Greenwood Christian Academy after one. Greenwood Christian leading 15-10. Kind of going about scoring in different ways. Jared, Parke Heritage hitting 5 free throws. Greenwood Christian hitting 3 threes.
McIntyre with 2 of them off of the bench, and he's going to start off this second quarter. Especially since some guys have to take a seat due to foul trouble. 2 fouls each for Boer and Satchery, 2 of your starters.
We'll start second quarter. Parke Heritage will inbound the ball. GCA, it looks like they're going to a zone here. A little 1-2-2. Let's see how Coach Shelsky's young team responds. Trey for 3 off. McIntyre runs it down. And here comes the Cougars in transition. Nice ball movement. Shoemaker for 3 in the corner. No good. Shelsky skies, but lands out of bounds.
Good extra pass made by the younger Reed. That was Noah. He skipped over his brother and went straight to the corner to Shoemaker.
I think that'll be discussed at dinner. Dude, I was open. Flex cut by GCA. Shoemaker up top to Ian Reed. And they'll reset. Parke Heritage into man-to-man. Throw it down low to Shoemaker, and they're going to call him for a foul. The pass was a little low. Parke Heritage was fronting the post there.
Yeah, it was a really good front by Shelsky, and Shoemaker wasn't happy with the pass. That's his second, too. He said, don't do that. Don't try to lob it in if they're fronting me like that.
He picks up his second foul, so he's got 7 minutes left. They've got to be smart. Maybe why they go to the zone. Loose for three. Got it. Nice rotation. BT Loose.
Second three for the Wolves. Again, great ball movement for Parke Heritage. A little bit of driving in and kicking out that time. Good cross-court pass.
McIntyre for three. That was off. Shelsky skies for the board. Pushes it up. Ran and traveled. We see this three here on the offensive end, Jarrett.
Yep, cross-court pass. Late hedge out there by Reed. There's a lot of guys on this Wolves team who can stroke it from beyond the arc.
Yeah, I think Max Dowd also had a nice little screen there on the block to give him maybe a little extra time. Shoemaker drives. Kick out to McIntyre for three. Both guys fall down. No call. And Shelsky brings it up.
I don't. Nobody watching saw that, but I think McIntyre gave a nice little kick coming up. They got knocked down after the three.
Here's a drive. Ren Harper over to Dowd. Dowd looks ball. Greenwood Christian back into a man-to-man. Parke Heritage running their half-court offense. A lot of cutting and moving. Good ball reversals as well.
And Parke Heritage moves the ball so well. But the defense at GCA forcing a timeout.
Coach Shelsky's going to have a timeout. Give us an opportunity to tell you that Tam's Sweet and Savory Cafe is a new spot for breakfast or lunch. It's open Wednesday through Sunday. Try our classic breakfast or our sweet baked goods located in Lawrence, Indiana. Coach recommends the Sloppy Joes with extra pickles for a great lunch. Check out Tam's at 6427 Oak Landing Road or carry out at 317-760-1640.
A lot of three-point attempts put up here recently by GCA. They hit 3 of them in that first quarter. McIntyre's had 2 looks already. They are moving the ball extremely well to set up guys like that with those open looks. Again, Shoemaker, before he came to the bench, he had an attempt on that little mini fast break that they had. No points able to go down so far, though, for the Cougars.
Yeah, and you think about Greenwood Christian. Boy, Max Boer, one of their returning scorers from last year, sitting out most of this first half with 2 fouls. There's a skip screen again as GCA had gone back to the zone. Harper for 3, off the back iron, no. And it'll be off of Max Dowd. Well, you shoot those long shots, gives your smaller team an opportunity because of long rebounds to get some of those long carries.
And going up against this 2-3 zone, too, Parke Heritage is recognizing it very well and trying to get those cross-court passes into where the defense is late, shifting over to some of those shooters like Harper and like Luch, who had a couple of attempts.
Ian Reed with the ball. Over to Noah Reed. They'll work it the other way. Here's Ian Reed down the post. And he'll back it out and they'll reset. Noah Reed up top. Drives down the lane. You got Shoemaker out and you got Boer out. Ian Reed taking on the offensive load, and he'll draw the foul. That foul will be on Ethan Tidwell. 3rd team foul for Parke Heritage.
It's kind of a lopsided foul count so far. GCA trying to give back a taste of the medicine that they've been dealt from Parke Heritage, who has been going at the rack. Ian Reed now doing a little bit of that on his own.
Adam Carrington checking in for the Wolves. He'll replace Tidwell. Tidwell also a freshman, so making his varsity debut. And let's see if this 5'11 senior can connect on the second free throw. Nothing but net. He now has 4, and it's a 3-point advantage for the Cougars. GCA falling back into that zone again. Harper to Shelsky in the middle. Loose for 3. His second one.
He's got all the points in this quarter. The Wolves just know how to find the open man. They know how to force the defense to collapse.
I think they're getting a lot better shots from the zone versus the man. That's what it seems as the shot goes up.
Oh, what a pass.
In the corner three, Loft, no. McIntyre jumps up for the rebound. Noah Reed for three in the corner. That's short. Tip controlled by Ren Harper.
Boy, 3 really good looks. A couple of offensive rebounds.
Loose. He's hit 2 threes this quarter. Outside to Dowd. And they're going to call a moving screen. As we take a look, Jarrett, at this last 3 of BT Loose, we're all right in the middle.
Yeah, Reed he's kind of hesitant of getting out there. He's in that lower part of that zone, and what he has to get out there and hedge to the man at the top, at that wing area, up until he gets some help from one of the 2 guys, or should be the near side guy in the top of that 2-3 zone, but not getting out there in time, and Luch has made them pay.
GCA now with the ball, out low to McIntyre. Powers it up, and he'll draw the fouls. Wondering if McIntyre's left-handed. I was wondering if he would go to his side. They played him to his left hand, and he finally figured it out and went up through his left shoulder and drew the foul.
You look across just about the entire 10 guys that are out there. Aside from Satchery, who's a little bit taller, and for Parke Heritage, Harper has a little bit of length to it, but everyone else is about even Steven. Built the exact same, all point guards or shooting guards. But McIntyre, even though he's one of those guys, he took it right to him on the block.
Free throw good, 1 of 2. He's got now 9 points, does Evan McIntyre, the 6'1 junior. The GCA now back on top by 1. Loose for 3 again. It's third one. Somebody's heating up. And Luch with his third 3.
Second quarter hat trick.
McIntyre drives, kicks to Ian Reed. And I think right now you're seeing the effects of some of GCA's key players in foul trouble. You had a 5-point lead going into this quarter. Now down 2 as we take a look at this last 3. Deep, Jarrett.
Very deep. That's the spot. Luch is he's got some real estate right here on the right wing.
They have shot that one from the covered bridge, Jarrett. Ren Harper up top. He reversed the ball. Another skip pass. Harper looking. Shelsky had a notion. Gives it back to Harper. Good defensive play by McIntyre. And alley-oop! Jordan Tallman with a good finish at the rim to tie it up.
McIntyre almost threw it too late, so he got himself in kind of no man's land up in the air, and he had to improvise, and Tallman improvised with him.
Well, good awareness by Tallman, and just body control and hand strength is able to get that. In the zone, Reed picks it away. Let's see if they can get a bucket in transition. They kick it ahead. Tallman inside to Satchery. Turns. Nothing. Reed, he'll shoot a 3. Got it. Ian Reed. His second 3. Give him 7. And a big-time answer being down 19-17 here by the Cougars. Shelsky from the Wolf. No good. Noah Reed gets up for the rebound, and there's the transition to McIntyre. Reed now drives, kicks it to Noah Reed in the corner to McIntyre. And they'll reset. Parke Heritage into man-to-man. McIntyre up top, squares up, drills another one. You know he's a shooter, but he's so far beyond the line, you're thinking, he can't shoot that.
What a quick release, too. I mean, he barely looked at the rim. He caught it, and in one fluid motion, rose up.
And if you don't know he's left-handed, you got to close out with the other hand. As 3 on the other way by Ren Harper is off. And an 8-0 run here by GCA there's that quick release, Jarrett.
Yeah, look how quick. He didn't even kind of look in the corner of his eye where Luch was. He was just, I'm catching this and I am putting it up and I'm lacing it.
Here comes the Cougars again. McIntyre drives. Out to Tallman. He's going to dive down the lane to get his second basket.
So crafty with it. Good ball security, and Tallman, good footwork, beating his man.
The GCA bench getting it done. A 10-0 run now.
Yeah, we'll have to tally bench points when we get to the half, because with McIntyre, his huge contribution, there's a good backdoor. Good answer. Parke Heritage really needed that to stop the bleeding.
Ren Harper with his first basket, the 5'10 sophomore. Under 30 seconds now. Let's see if GCA wants to hold for a shot or get the best available. McIntyre drives, cut off by Shelsky. And they'll kick it out to Ian Reed, now under 20. Noah Reed, they swing it around. McIntyre loads again. Got it again!
Man. Oh, man. Someone call the fire department.
His fourth three. And with 7 seconds left, Shelsky to Harper. Shelsky, jump stop, pop, got it. Trey Shelsky with his first basket of the second quarter. But a 10-0 run has sparked GCA as we see this last three by McIntyre. Just steps right in it, knocks it down. Well, there's nothing prettier than a left-handed jump shooter. Right?
Everything's prettier left-handed, it seems like. You know, left-handed pitching, left-handed hitting a home run, all that stuff. And McIntyre, boy, 4 made threes off the bench. He has 15 points. He's got half the points for Greenwood Christian Academy.
19 of their 30 points from the bench. An impressive spot there in the second quarter, and an impressive run by Greenwood Christian to take a 30-23 halftime. We'll take a break and come back, and we'll talk to Parke Heritage girls basketball coach Mark Harper. You're watching IHSAA basketball on IndianaSRN.
How about something new? You played this last year.
Come on, get your head out of your sacks.
Shh, we're trying to hear.
Well, I'm sick and tired of hearing your kid play the wrong notes. Where's my kid solo?
At least you can see your kid. Why is my kid stuck way in the back?
The conductor only plays his favorites.
I get her, not solo.
You saying I did?
Yeah.
Come on.
I'm Keith Myers, Vice President of IndianaSRN. Thanks for joining us. You know IndianaSRN broadcasts 350 games a year, all sorts of sports. Yeah, we do. Hard to believe, isn't it? IndianaSRN loves to put student athletes first on our website. If you're a business out there, we probably could help you too. Contact us at coach@indianasrn.org. Grandma from out of state thanks you. Mom and Dad who can't get to the game, thanks you as well. In fact, our athletes watch the games over and over again. Our military has enjoyed the games as well. So sit back and enjoy the game. It's IndianaSRN.
Welcome back to Rockville, Indiana. Parke Heritage Wolves and the Greenwood Christian Academy. Right now, Greenwood Christian's ahead 30-23. Our halftime guest is girls basketball coach here at Parke Heritage, Mark Harper. Coach is in his third year, 80-38 overall, 36-15 here at school. Coach, tell us a little bit about being a coach here in the community and this just awesome support that you have here.
Yeah, I tell you what, we have a lot of enthusiasm, and not just our student body, but our fan base. How many people just come out on a Friday night or a Saturday through the week? We get pretty good crowds at our girls' games, so it's a nice community to be in and be a part of.
Well, and certainly you think of Thanksgiving, there's a lot of other options, and yet, again, you have that community support. It's pretty special. Tell us a little bit about your team. You guys are 5-1 this year.
Yeah, we're 5-1. We're awfully young. We had the wheels came off at Northview about a week ago, but we look forward to meeting them again, hopefully in the holiday tournament coming up. But yeah, we're very young. We're sophomore led. We have 6 sophomores, and we have 3 juniors and 4 freshmen.
Wow,
we're a small crowd.
Well, that bodes well for your future. I mean, even when you think of Coach Shelsky, his team, probably pretty similar, right?
Oh, absolutely, and that's I think the community. I think that's a part of the excitement too, and in the girls program as well as the boys. You look down into our middle school, and there's some real talent coming. Kids very committed to the game of basketball here in this part of the state right now. So that's going to bode well for our future.
Well, and those kids in middle school, I mean, your players are role models for those kids, right?
They are. We have some kids who came in and worked with our varsity kids over the summertime, and we're really committed. They were in the gym every day. So we brought them back as managers to help out during the season. So they get to be in that atmosphere. They get to learn from us, and they get to get into some drills as well, and fundamentally get up to speed with us.
Well, they get a taste, and that's exciting for you. Tell us about some of your players. I know you said that you have a young squad. Who are some of those individuals that are kind of helping you get to this 5-1 record?
Well, we've got a point guard. She started for us last year as a freshman, Emma Simpson. She's averaging about 16.9 right now a game, and that fell off after the first 4. She was averaging about 23. But she suffered an illness, and she still, I think she's through it now. But it was a tough 2 weeks for her. Reagan Ramsey, another sophomore, she led us in scoring in our last ball game. She's led us in scoring twice, and just a tremendous defensive player. In fact, we played Covenant Christian, and Ella, I think it's Ellen Crane, their best player, very physical, and very aggressive, a good basket attacker, and she had 13 going into half. She finished with 15, and Reagan Ramsey just shut her down. So we've got some good parts there. I wanted to also just send something out. Adley Jenkins, she's one of our guards. She went down just a week prior to season, ACL. She had her surgery today. I went to see her here right before I came in tonight, her and her family, and they got her back from the hospital, and she's positive, doing well. But I tell you what, she has a twin as well, Addison, and they play for me. Just again, tremendous kids, and even as you look into our roster and our depth, we have a girl named Kinabati who's just exemplifies everything that we like to see in a player: character, hard work ethic, digs in. She may not get too many minutes on the floor, but I tell you what, she'll give you every single minute in a practice setting and on the bench supporting the team. And I'm just very, very pleased to have kids like that in our program.
Well, Coach Harper, it sounds like an exciting time, not only currently, but also the future for Parke Heritage Wolves, not only for your squad, but for the boys as well. I want to thank you for coming on. We appreciate your time. We'll let you get back to your family and watching your son play tonight. Okay. I appreciate you coming down.
Yeah, hey, thank you, and thank you for doing this.
Well, awesome. We'll take a short break. We'll come back. Jared will give us some stats, and we'll dive in and get ready for the second half. You're watching Indiana High School basketball on IndianaSRN.
From warehousing to transportation and everything in between, Piper Logistics does it all. Centrally located, Piper Logistics has 2 warehouses in Indianapolis and a warehouse in Cincinnati, Ohio. Piper Logistics houses over 1 million square feet. Along with our transportation department, we can provide service to half the United States markets.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
Rockville Elementary, the site for this basketball game between Parke Heritage and Greenwood Christian Academy. Jarrett, what do you got for us in terms of stats and numbers?
Yeah, leading the team in scoring for Greenwood Christian off the bench is Evan McIntyre. 4 made threes, 15 total points. Just what an impressive spark off the bench. And when he hit the first one, we thought, okay. You know, this is a really nice option for Coach Williams coming off the bench if they ever need a shot. And sure enough, he hits 4 of them from beyond the arc. So he's leading the way for GCA. Ian Reed has added 7, Jordan Tallman with 4, and 2 each for Boer and Shoemaker, who we thought was going to give some fits as far as, you know, dimensions-wise, him having a couple of inches on everybody on Parke Heritage. But hasn't made that much of an impact. On the other side, Luce has 3 made threes, all of them in that second quarter, 11 points for him. Shelsky has 9 points, and he has scored in a variety of ways, like we've said. 2 points for Harper and 1 free throw for Carrington. We saw Parke Heritage in that first quarter. The theme was get to the bucket any way possible. And in that second quarter, they switched up a little bit. They started shooting a lot more threes.
And obviously both teams switching defenses, going both from man-to-man and zone and even a little pressure. I thought the biggest stretch there in that second quarter was when Parke Heritage took that 19-17 lead, and GCA responded on a 10-0 run to take a 27-19 and extend it to 30-23 there at halftime. As we get ready to start, starters are on the bench, off the bench. They're all in right now as they try to go down low. Stolen by Shelsky. Jump stop, under control, goes up and draws the foul. Trey Shelsky, there was the post feed to Shoemaker where Shelsky stole it. And he'll go to the free throw line where he is 4 for 5.
Shelsky read that play all the way, too. They're trying to get Shoemaker boxed up in position in the lane. And he read it. Tremendous help side defense.
Well, as a post player, when I played, I had a trouble with smaller, quicker people because I couldn't find them and fill them. And if you can't find them and fill them, they're slippery and quick, and they'll jump right in front of you and steal that pass. And that's exactly what Shelsky did there as he knocks down his second free throw attempt. That gives him 11. And he cuts the lead to 5 as Ian Reed crosses the timeline over to Noah Reed. Shoemaker has it up top. Drives left, guarded by Dowd. Boer, hesitation. They'll reset. Shoemaker on now the right side. Cut off by Ren Harper. Swinging around to Ian Reed. Guarded closely there by Luce. Shoemaker drives wide open layup. Blake Shoemaker.
What a move. The defender, he can sense the screener is coming, so he kind of takes his eyes off him, and Shoemaker with a good explosive first step.
Harper for 3, got it. Ren Harper. His second field goal. Back the other way quickly is Max Boer. And the response back and forth here early on in the third quarter. Harper to Dowd. Back to Harper, they swing it across. GCA switched up now into a zone. Dowd in the middle of the zone, bounce pass in the corner to Shelsky, drives aggressively, reverse layup, no good. Boer clears it for the Cougars.
That's such a tough shot for Shelsky. And, you know, he's got the speed. He's going to be able to beat guys baseline, but not the right angle that time.
Ian Reed drives baseline and gets a shoulder ahead of Dowd. And Dowd commits the foul. Let's take a look at Harper's 3 here.
Yeah, when that ball's on that side of the floor, Shelsky drove in and then it got kicked back out, but a lot of defenders on that side of the floor, so Harper fills into an empty space and knocks down the 3.
Boer drives baseline, cut off. Good help side there by Carrington. Shoemaker. Boer for 3. Noah Reed out of nowhere claims the rebound. Satry gets the shot, and I think they're going to count it, and then I think they're going to call a foul underneath. Let's see.
Yeah, GCA, they're saying the basket should count. They haven't put it up on the scoreboard yet.
I thought
now
he
they did.
Counted it when he called the foul, as it was on maybe a block out or some kids just being aggressive.
Reed has been, Noah, both of them have been, but Noah has gotten a couple of offensive rebounds where he's just flying through. No one boxes him out.
Harper with the ball. Shelsky closed out by Ian Reed.
That's a really good close by Ian Reed, too, on Shelsky. It forces a tougher shot.
Here comes the Cougars. Shoemaker drives middle, gets tripped. No call. Loose kicks up the loose ball, and here comes Shelsky. Working around the perimeter. Man-to-man defense here by GCA. Harper up top, Carrington. Handed off, loose for three. Got another one.
This man is living on the wings. Number 4.
And he really, his first quarter was really quiet. Only 2 points, no three-point attempts. As Carrington knocks the post feed out of bounds. And here you see BT Loose again, getting the drive and the kick.
And Satcher doesn't know what to do on the handoff. If you go over it, then you're trailing him. But if you go under it like he just did right there, then you leave enough space for him, arguably the best three-point shooter on the floor, to knock down yet another one.
Here come the Cougars. Shoemaker on the right wing, holds it above his head. And they switch. Parke Heritage on that ball screen. Up top to Noah Reed. Drives left. Cut off by Shelsky, and they're going to call for the foul. And they're going to call him in the shooting motion. So Noah Reed will go to the free throw line, the 5'11 sophomore, looking for his first points of the 2022-23 season. Reed goes through his routine, eyes the first one off the back of the rim. Coach Jackson Williams giving instructions to the team.
Not as many fouls to begin the second half as what we saw to begin the game. So all the starters are still out there.
Reed can't connect on the second one. And GCA only 1 of 4 from the free throw line. Shelsky has the ball man-to-man. Dowd with it, looking for someone to get it to. Drives, passes to Ren Harper. Luce is pulled up, and he's going to be drawing the foul on Satry. You know, he's not used to guarding probably these smaller people, and that's kind of hard for someone that's 6'3", trying to keep up with some of the smaller guards. Satry's going to pick up his 4th foul. 2 quick ones here, and there's going to be some substitutions for the Cougars. Luce hits this first free throw.
That's another way to look at it too, Clark. We talked about just the slight size advantage with Shoemaker and Satry for GCA, but they're having to guard these much faster, quicker guards of Parke Heritage.
And so you, as a slow, you know, if you're a bigger player and you're facing someone, you're guarding someone that's faster, you're going to try to give them a little bit more room, and BT Luce is able to use that to his advantage and take that room and shoot those jump shots.
All right, it has been an advantage. We could see it in the foul count, Satry having to sit with his 4th, and the amount of free throws that Parke Heritage has been able to shoot.
Boer cut off by Shelsky. He'll kick it out to Ian Reed. Back to Boer. Shoots a 3 in the corner. An impressive jump shot there. Max Boer, 5 in this quarter, making up for lost time as he drills the 3 from the baseline.
Boer making something out of nothing, driving baseline, really had nowhere to go with it, and he's ready to shoot right into that corner.
Here you see that replay as Reed drives baseline, kicks it out.
Yeah, Boer's not giving up on the play. He came from out of bounds, and he's ready. Catch and shoot for the handoff.
That was a tough shot. He was kind of fading away, so that makes it, I think, the difficulty up another notch or two. Evan McIntyre checked in, as well as Jordan Tallman for GCA that last time out.
McIntyre and Tallman, 19 points coming off the bench in that first half.
And the foul was on Reed, Ian Reed, his second. 6-point lead. Shelsky loses it going up. Shoemaker controls it. And Shoemaker with a long bounce pass. Ren Harper with the steal. Back the other way. Pace is quickened up here a little bit. Dow drives. And they're going to call a reach-in foul on Evan McIntyre.
The pace has picked up, and off a turnover like that, you don't see very many turnovers too often, so Parke Heritage, they want to try to get it down the other end of the floor with some numbers.
And we're going to have a full timeout. We'll take him with it. It's watching IndianaSRN. Parke Heritage 33, Greenwood Christian Academy 39. It was a 7-point halftime lead. GCA has kept that advantage about the same total out throughout this quarter. Both teams hitting some threes. Jarrett, what's Parke Heritage got to do to close this gap before fourth quarter starts?
Well, they're staying consistent with getting to the rim, and they've been able to draw 5 team fouls now. That count has kind of quickly gone up like it did in that first half, and here we go again. Shelsky, he's the guy that you want to get going for sure.
Nice rebound putback by Adam Carrington. He now has 3.
This is such a fast team for the Wolves, so you just continue to do what you're doing. It has to start with getting some stops, though.
And Ian Reed takes it right down the middle. His first basket of the half.
So in order to close the gap, you have to do exactly that, what Reed just did on the offensive end.
And Reed will get called with the reach-in foul. And it'll be team foul number 6, so that'll put the Wolves shooting free throws the rest of the game, Jarrett.
And they've been pretty good at it.
They've used it to their advantage.
Already 4 for 4 in the quarter. And Shelsky shot a lot of them.
There's a staggered double by Shelsky going to his left, kicking the corner for 3. Carrington no good. McIntyre with the rebound. He'll push to Boer. Carrington's going to bump him. Nice change of direction move there by Boer. 13 foul for Parke Heritage.
3rd foul for Carrington also.
And checking in is Noah Reed for Ian Reed. Ian with 3 fouls. Coach didn't want to get his 4th foul before fourth quarter. Shelsky with the steal. Back to Shelsky. Can't get it to fall. I don't know if he was expecting that when he threw a nice pass to Ethan Tidwell. Tidwell gave it back to him. I think that kind of surprised him.
Yeah, and Coach Shelsky was kind of saying to Tidwell, go up with that. You know, you've beat them to the spot. We have the advantage. Go ahead and put that up yourself.
We got a 30-second timeout. Let's tell you that Jack Cherry Insurance Agency, we suggest you contact this team for all your insurance needs. Jared, if that's your family or car or business home, it's an insurance company that serves you. Contact them today at 317-894-7000.
You have so many papers here on the table. You're just You don't know what to do yourself.
Got it. Had it all organized.
We have so much information in front of us.
I'm organized in piles.
We may use not even half of it, but that's all right.
It's okay. Better have it than not to.
That's right.
Here comes the Cougars. 2 minutes left. And they get a turnover off of the change in defense by Parke Heritage. Coach Shelsky mixing it up.
Well, and GCA recognized it right away. And what you do is you get it to Shoemaker right there at the high post, and then he has his option. So you can turn and look, turn and face, he can shoot it, and then he has plenty of guys to pass it to.
Shelsky pulls up from 15 off the back of the rim. Shoemaker brings it down. Shelsky stops him. The Wolves back to man-to-man. As they work it around to Max Boer. Shoemaker. Gets it to Noah Reed. Back to Shoemaker in the corner. Thought about a three. Now he'll pull it. Short. Max Boer with good position. Knew that ball would come off the other way. Crosses over and finishes. Max Boer.
Uh-oh, a little shake and bake. Boer put him on the floor.
Had him going. And there's a drive. Carrington. McIntyre tries to draw the charge. No call. And Carrington gets his second field goal. Shoemaker drives the other end, and it's fast-paced action.
Man, when Shoemaker gets the ball, I mean, he is in a, coaches call that triple threat position where he's got it. Oh, you like that?
Yes.
He's got it, and he's just looking to make that good first move, and here's a guy who's making a lot of good first moves in Shelsky.
How about Shelsky being smart and finishing with his left hand? As we see this play, Jarrett, from Boer down here in the paint.
Nice little crossover.
Finishes with the left hand.
One of those highlight plays.
That was. Put that one on your highlight reel, Max Boer. That was a great individual play by you. Shelsky to the line. 6 of 7. 13 points. Make it 14. And it's a 5-point game. The Wolves just hanging around. Now they'll go to that 1-2-2. Let's see what GCA does. Jarrett, what does the Cougars have to do to attack this zone? Let McIntyre shoot it?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. That's a pretty good option.
Another three, his fifth three. Dowd tries to answer, and he does. Max Dowd. The 5'10 junior, his first three.
Every play that GCA has made, Parke Heritage has been able to answer right back.
As they work it around, Boer up top. 13 seconds left in the quarter. In the middle, Tallman drives, left hand. Jordan Tallman, and one.
That was nice.
Strong play by Tallman.
That's what you do against the zone. Another option, you get it to the high post. Tallman's in that position that time, and he's immediately turning and facing the bucket and looking to make a play. He went after two guys also, took the contact, but still was able to finish with the left.
And finishes it with a free throw. Tallman now with 7 seconds. Here's Shelsky behind the back to Harper for three. Harper got it! And that'll do it for the third quarter. GCA still with the lead, but it's cut down to 5. It's going to be an exciting fourth quarter. Don't go away on IndianaSRN.
Needing to hire someone to take care of your loved one when you're away? Maybe your family member just needs someone to talk to when you're not around. Why not contact Indiana licensed Serenity Care Services? Call Angela, owner of Serenity Care Services, at 317-900-6202. Our team of trained and experienced personal care providers are licensed to serve seniors requiring companion care and light housekeeping services in Indianapolis and its 5 surrounding counties. Call us today at 317-900-6202. Now hiring qualified applicants.
Welcome back to Rockville Elementary, Parke Heritage, and Greenwood Christian Academy. After 3, GCA with the 51-46. How about the scoring in that third quarter, Jarrett? GCA with 21 points, Parke Heritage with 23.
Everything that GCA has been able to do, they've had the lead for quite some time now, but they haven't been able to extend the lead much more than 7 or 8 points. Parke Heritage has been able to answer just about every shot that GCA has put down. A lot of threes in that third quarter, going back to what Parke Heritage started to do super well in that second quarter, as did GCA. It's become a three-point shooting contest in this second half.
Well, a big start here to this third quarter, or fourth quarter rather. It's just a 2-possession game. Ball's on the floor, both teams going for it. They're going to call a foul on Shoemaker on the loose ball.
I don't know about that one.
A tough call. Looked like Shelsky went off his foot in a loose ball situation. Both kids going for it. Shoemaker's third foul.
That's 1-1 now.
And that's putting Trey Shelsky to the free throw line. 7 of 8. Shelsky with 14 points. Let's see if Shelsky can make the first. The eyes up, and it's good.
8 of 9.
That's pretty
Mr.
solid.
Shelsky. That's good.
Not really nervous, is he, for his first game?
You wouldn't be able to tell.
The eyes is second, and it's good. It's down to a 1-possession game. Ian Reed checking back in. Reed brings it across the timeline. Man-to-man defense by the Wolves. Tallman to Boer. He resets, skips it over to Ian Reed. Wide open lane, Ian Reed takes advantage. Boy, you like how that offense is nice and high. It opens up that lane.
Reed, the experience of him. He hasn't had to do much tonight. He's playing tremendous defense like he has been for so many years, but when he sees an opening like that, he's going to take advantage.
Parke Heritage, there's the cut. BT loses control. No foul. McIntyre, he got him that time right from behind. Couldn't resist himself. And he'll call him for the foul.
Coach Williams does not like McIntyre reaching in like that. He tried to swipe in 3 or 4 times, and now eventually it's going to get called, and Parke Heritage for the rest of the game is in
And he had him in trouble. He had him in no man's land. Can't make the free throw. And here comes the Cougars. Coach Williams calls the play. McIntyre up top to Boer. Boy, it's GC, and they're going to call him with a carry there. I think that's a good call. Boer trying to disguise the dribble handoff to Shoemaker. Five-point game, 6:42. And Parke Heritage now also in the double bonus. But the possession arrow will go to the Cougars if it gets to that point. Shelsky behind the line. He's going to drive, take it all the way in, and gets the roll. Trey Shelsky with the bucket.
Forces GCA to call a timeout. Parke Heritage not going away.
Jack's Donuts has great donuts made and served fresh every day, plus great tasting coffee. Stop by Jack's Donuts at 9105 East 56th Street or a Jack's in your neighborhood. Jack's Donuts, the official donut of IndianaSRN and Chuck Levine.
How cool is that? We get our own official donut.
Hey, little sprinkles on top.
Is Chuck the spokesperson?
Chuck likes him some Jack's Donuts. He is thumbs up behind the camera. Timeout. Both teams getting situated. You know, when I was coaching, I loved timeout and just doing something different, whether it was one possession or maybe trapping, doing something unexpected. Let's see if any of these coaches decide to do something like that or stick with their game plan.
Well, it'll come eventually with the way that both these teams play at defense. And if Parke Heritage can't eventually take a lead, we'll see a little bit more pressure applied just like right here.
Well, just looking at the fouls, Parke Heritage only has 4. If it gets down to the point where they got to commit fouls, that's going to take some time as well. So we'll see how it plays out. Tolman on the right side against the man-to-man of Parke Heritage. Shoemaker between the legs, loses control, but gets it back. Boer on the outside, nice patience by the Cougars. Boer pulls up from 3, off the mark, no. Shelsky with the rebound. And they'll settle it back. Shelsky on the drive, cut off nicely by Ian Reed. Harper to Dowd, back to Harper. He'll shoot a 3. And didn't get the roll. As Max Boer clears it for the Cougars. McIntyre in the corner. Tallman for 3. Off the mark, no. Ren Harper clear.
That's well done, though. Good recognition by McIntyre.
Shoemaker gets his hand on the deflection as they reset. Ethan Tidwell in there to Shelsky. Shelsky to Harper, cut off by Shoemaker. Nice patience and good defense. Dowd, cut off, the switch with Reed. Greenwood Christian doing a nice job. And Ian Reed gets his hand inside. He's going to call a foul. Some would say maybe a nickel dimer. Tough call there by Reed. But you extend the hand, that's what the official's going to call.
It's number 4 on Reed, too, and he's...
Yeah, that's a big piece because that's your ball handler.
Yep, ball handler, arguably your best defender.
Dowd, who hit his only field goal of the game, which was a 3-pointer, and misses the first one. It's going to take a full timeout. 4:45 left. Greenwood Christian up by 3. Back for an entertaining 4:45 in the fourth quarter. Parke Heritage and Greenwood Christian Academy in a nice matchup. GCA leads by 3. They've led most of the game, led by 5 after 1, 7 at halftime, and by 5 after the third quarter. Max Dowd to the free throw line. He makes the second one, give Dowd 4 points, and cuts the lead to 2. Noah Reed to Max Boer.
Coach Williams putting Ian Reed on the bench to begin this possession just in case he doesn't pick up a silly 5th foul.
Shoemaker drives. They're going to call a foul on Adam Carrington. That'll be Carrington's 4th foul and team number 5. I like that play by GCA of attacking the basket. McIntyre to Reed, working around the perimeter. Boer fakes, cut off by Shelsky. Shoemaker to Noah Reed, out top to McIntyre. Thought about the three, shot fake, and throws it into the stand.
Well, he had the right idea again. It's a really good shot fake, first of all. As he get into the lane, saw two defenders come at him. In the corner of his eye, he knows one of his teammates is there on that side of the floor. He just threw it into his family member section, actually. The whole McIntyre family sitting to the right of us.
And this could be a possession if the Wolves hit a three-pointer. First time they've had a lead since the score was 19-17 in the second quarter. Ren Harper deflected by Shoemaker. Dowd comes up with the loose ball. He's going to drive to the middle, jump stop, shot fake, and we're tied. Max Dowd, the 5'10 junior, with a big bucket. We are tied at 53 all. Shoemaker inside, he scores.
Nobody there on the help side. Shoemaker had tremendous position. The first time we've really seen a good entry pass down low and Shoemaker scoring on the block.
Good post feed, as Jarrett said, gets the easy bucket for Shoemaker. Here's the Wolves on the attack. Wren pulls up from 15, gets his own rebound, goes back up, tries to draw a foul, but nothing. Carrington corrals it. Harper on the baseline, no good. And Tolman with the rebound.
That first shot by Harper looked like the MJ shot in the finals as Brewer goes right to the rack and scores. GCA not letting up.
9 for Brewer in the half, 11 for the game. And the 4-point lead now. Carrington drives. A spin move in the lane is going to be a foul on Brewer. Tough call there on Max Brewer. I thought he had pretty good defense. Official saw his arm go down. Carrington to the line.
And those are the types of possessions as a coach that drive you nuts because it's really good defense. And it's a tough shot for Carrington. I mean, he's falling away. Just not the best look that they could probably get. And they end up getting bailed out with a foul call.
Carrington now makes that free throw, 2 for 3. Gotta say this about the young Parke Heritage team. They have gone to the charity stripe and knocked them down their opportunities.
In masses. I mean, they probably have triple the amount of free throws that GCA has.
And it's a one-possession game. 2-point lead for the Cougars. And how long do you wait before you bring in Ian Reed? Brewer all alone in the corner. No good. Tallman with the rebound. And
good timeout snuck in there by Coach Williams.
Timeout saves the possession. We'll take a break with them. GCA up 2.
Calling officials cheaters or corrupt, it's not a game.
Insulting referees, it's not a game.
Threatening officials, it's not a game.
Berating young umpires, learning the ropes, it's not a game.
Violent language in the stands, it's not a game.
Verbal abuse from the sideline, it's not a game.
Screaming at a referee in the parking lot, it's not a game.
Jarrett, 2:20 left, 57-55. What's GCA got to do to hold on to this game?
Keep control of the basketball, first of all. Don't take any stupid shots. They're not going to send Reed out there quite yet. But you got to think, probably after this possession, coach is going to want to keep him in there just so he has a trustworthy guy with the basketball. Not saying his younger brother Noah isn't trustworthy, but the senior and his experience, I mean, all the guy does is not turn over the basketball.
He's made some winning plays for sure as we got a screener play to Brewer.
You're not playing to lose, though, either. You're running through sets just like that to keep on scoring.
Nice call by Jackson Williams, head coach of GCA. pick and roll, and a lot of times you see the guy who sets the screen just kind of stick around, but a good roll and a charge on the other end. Evan McIntyre.
No argument either. McIntyre finally got one. Little pick and roll, slipped right through, and threading the needle did Brewer.
Nice pass. Shoemaker keeps it above his head. He gets a basket. As they're wiping up some moisture and off the floor after the charge. 59-55, 2:04 left.
McIntyre took that charge, and Coach Williams turns around and says, finally, thank you. I think not because he's been looking for a call to where GCA has taken some attempts at some charges and they haven't gotten any. I think he's just finally saying, wow, one of my players is finally stepping in and taking a charge.
Max Brewer filling the role here of point guard, getting across the timeline of pressure by Ethan Tidwell. Now GCA is going to have to take care of the ball. You got a 2-possession lead. Shoemaker on top. They throw it around to Noah Reed. Switching defense by Parke Heritage in their man-to-man. GCA really in no hurry. With 1:34 left. There's a cut by Shoemaker down low. He'll go in and finish.
Shoemaker is a problem in this second half.
He's got 10 points in this half and being a factor in the paint. Harper for 3 off the front rim. No, Shoemaker secures the rebound and he'll draw the foul. He'll go shoot 1 and 1 and tied at 53. GCA has turned it back on with an 8-2 run here in the last couple minutes. Shoemaker to the line where he hasn't shot a free throw yet, Jarrett.
No, but he has become the presence down low that we thought he could be. He's got 7 points in the quarter. You know, early on in that first half, he only had the 2 points, and I believe that came on a jump shot. He has been looking to create some shots, you know, away from the basket. But here in this fourth quarter, in the pick and roll game, he has become quite the issue.
Yeah, his size has been the difference as a lot of his points have come in the paint area. Shelsky drives high off the window, is good. Trey Shelsky, and Coach Rich Shelsky is going to take a quick 30-second timeout. Folks, we want to tell you that the Industrial Cells Association has been an electromechanical component manufacturer's representative for Illinois, Indiana, Kentucky, Ohio, Michigan, and Eastern Tennessee for years. Good luck to all the teams during this season. For more information about us, contact Rich at 317-546-1900.
I have a feeling Shelsky is going to want to take over just a little bit more for this final 102.
And if you're Parke Heritage, you're down 2 possessions, so you know you're going to have to foul and foul quick. Maybe a turn, try to get a turnover after 1 pass. I don't know who you foul for this GCA team.
I don't know either. They haven't shot very many free throws. Everybody has missed a couple. Noah Reed's actually 0 for 2. But as a team, they've only shot 9.
And insert Ian Reed into the lineup. Good call here by Coach Jackson Williams. As Ian will inbound the ball, he'll be able to run the baseline. Throws it in to McIntyre. McIntyre's able to keep it alive. Shelsky with the foul. And Max Brewer will go to the line. There will be some offense for defense substitutions for both teams as Max Brewer will head to the stripe. Brewer with 11 points. Pacing away for the Cougars. They've done a nice job with getting multiple kids in double figures. Brewer now 1 for 1 from the free throw line. He'll have a chance to extend this to a 3-possession lead with under a minute left. Bends the knees, lets it fly, and gets it to fall. Brewer with 4 this quarter, and a foul by Tallman.
It's an oddly quick foul.
I mean, very far from away from the basket.
Right, exactly.
I'm sure Coach Williams is really wanting him to, wants him to pressure the ball, but
against Shelsky, no less.
Against Shelsky.
Shelsky's 9 of 10.
9 of 10 from the free throw line. 20 points. Now 21. Substitution offense for defense. Tidwell in for the Wolves. Noah Reed in for the Cougars. Interesting that Ian Reed goes to the bottom to block out. Shelsky makes the second. Now 22. McIntyre inbounds to Boer. That's a guy, if you're the Cougars, you want to have the ball. Tries to draw the foul over to Ian Reed. And Reed gets.
Boer was really trying to get that foul drawn.
He was. He kept driving to the left. Official didn't give it to him, but Ian Reed gets the ball and fouled. Offense for defense again. Tallman checking back in. Carrington checks in for the Wolves.
Still 1-1. From a stat standpoint, Reed has missed a free throw, and Boer seems to be pretty confident at the stripe, so you don't mind this if you're Parke Heritage.
Big deep breath for Ian Reed. Lets the first one go and drill it.
Ian Reed, though, he's as solid as they come. The Reed family runs pretty strong through GCA.
And another double-figure score. Reed now with 12, matching his number. And he makes that one. Making them when they count. A little token pressure as here comes Shelsky. Shelsky pulls up from the three-point line. Long. Shoemaker with the rebound over to Boer. Coach Williams tells him to relax, in a hurry. And a full timeout with 31 seconds. We'll take it with him. GCA up by 7.
Burtner Electric Incorporated has been proudly serving our residential and commercial customers with quality electrical repair for over 33 years. We are fully licensed and insured in electrical wiring and electrician service packages. You'll receive a competitive assessment, whether you're a homeowner or a business owner, first-time or long-time customer. We offer free estimates for any new project. Call our licensed and experienced electricians today.
Can't make it to the game? We've got your back. Just go to www.IndianaSRN.org and tune in to all of the live action, or go to our on-demand service and relive your favorite moments.
.4 seconds remain. GCA 66. Parke Heritage 59. It's been a back and forth game. GCA has really had control, I guess, most of the game, but it's tied at 53 here at the end. As they inbound the ball to Noah Reed. Coach Williams tells his kids, we have the lead. We don't have to shoot. And they do just that and play keep away. Max Boer draws the foul, and again the offense for defense.
This will be a go. No, you go ahead.
Well, I was going to say, if it comes to a jump ball situation, possession arrows also with GCA.
And I was going to say that this is a huge statement win to begin the season from GCA. These guys, for one, they look game ready. Like, this is game one of the season. No one's tired. You have a pretty nice deep bench if you're Coach Williams. Same thing for Parke Heritage. These guys have been in attack mode from the get-go. It definitely doesn't look like game one for either of these teams. They look like they came ready. I think GCA just making a few more better plays. And when you get down like this, you have to foul, and GCA has been able to convert their free throws this quarter.
Long three by BT Luch. It's long. Dowd will let go of three. Off the rim, no. Boer will take it, and he'll step on the line with 7.2 seconds. And if you're Coach Shelsky, you got to think of your team. Hey, you've been down most of the game. You had a 19-17 lead. You came back and tied it up at 53. You got to be very optimistic about the future and going into your next ball game. Luch inbounds it, stolen away by Shoemaker. And that'll do it for the game. A 67-59 win by Greenwood Christian Academy, putting multiple players in double figures. Parke Heritage led by Trey Shelsky. Shelsky, the 5'10 freshman, had 22, but lots of scoring and contributions from GCA.
That's exactly right. 4 different players in double figures. McIntyre didn't score at all in the fourth quarter. He only had 3 points in the second half altogether, but he's going to be the leading scorer for GCA, coming off the bench with 5 made three-pointers. Hot three-point shooting in the second and third quarter for GCA, and they were able to hold on to that halftime lead. And then at that point, limiting their turnovers, just 4 turnovers in that entire second half from the Cougars. And once you get up, you get into that comfortable position, you send some solid guys to the free throw line like Boer and Reed. And how about Shoemaker? The second half that he came out of nowhere. First quarter was just kind of a non-factor. This is a really deep GCA team, Clark. They're going to have a lot of success this year.
Yeah, couldn't agree more with you, Jared. It's a big win on the road in a really good environment. We look at the upcoming games. Parke Heritage next game is this Saturday, November 22nd against Owen Valley. And then December 2nd and 3rd, they're in their Banks of Wabash tournament. Meanwhile, the upcoming games for GCA, they play Tuesday, November 29th against Park Tudor, and Saturday, December 3rd at University. So some good games for them upcoming as well, and something to build on.
And hats off to Parke Heritage, too. I mean, that's a really solid ball club that GCA just took down on the road. A really good, young, talented squad from Parke Heritage. We'll see them probably a couple times this season, and we'll see just how much better they get as the season goes along. But a very talented group over there as well.
Join us on Saturday. We've got a few games on IndianaSRN. Ritter at Guerin Catholic, girls and boys. Girls at 5:30, boys at 7:30. And then Mount Vernon at Covenant Christian also at 7:30. For producer Ben Wood, cameraman Chuck Levine, my partner Jarrett Lewis, this is Clark Chafin. Thanks for being with us tonight. Enjoy your Thanksgiving. We'll see you Saturday. So long, everybody.